I can't sleep again, so it's time for more of Mariko's Midnight Musings. Hey! It's an intro I'm gonna get sick of, eh? Um, I'm just gonna talk about some YouTube related things, I guess. I started off my day watching YouTube, actually. Quite a while. I was catching up on all my American talk shows that I'm subscribed to. But after that, I filmed a video. Gonna show you some more of my art stuff that I've been doing. And I had to get that out of the way because I want to pack up that art. And now that I've filmed it, I can pack it away, and I was able to get started cleaning up my incredibly messy room. There's still a lot to do, and I keep sneezing from the dust. But yeah, I think it's chilled out a bit because I turned the Dyson on, and I think it actually does get rid of some of the dust that I've put into the air, so that's nice. Yeah, and after I got bored of cleaning my room, and it's a bit overwhelming when everything's a mess, I just kind of shoved them all back into corners, and I was just editing a different art video. My patrons will know what I mean. It's a sound noise art thing, but when I presented it, it's actually on 4 speakers, and there's supposed to be a slight delay between them, so I was trying to simulate that so I can show you roughly what it looked like when I presented it. And I was just trying some more stuff in the software, and it's pretty much ready to go. I just need to finish the description, and then I've also got to write a public post on Patreon for anyone who gets curious. Because reading YouTube descriptions, you can't really do any formatting, so it's not really a pretty thing to read. So I've got a basic thing I'm going to put in the YouTube description, and then I'll put a more sort of detailed, better written, better looking version on my Patreon page. And yeah, it'll be public, so you'll be able to see it even if you're not signed up. Apart from that, so last Midnight Musing, I was having a go at uploading from the YouTube app, and I gotta say, I really don't like that YouTube app for uploading. It had no options. It was like, you have to upload it, and then it just goes live as soon as it's done. So I was able to put in a description, but I think it asked me for tags after it was uploaded, and I also couldn't do any of my other settings. I couldn't put any cards in, so if you ever see the little check out my Patreon, check out my website things that come up in the corner, I think it's actually that corner, if you've ever seen those. I mean, I probably don't really need to do them because I'm just like a small fry, but I get a little bit obsessive, and YouTube's like, you should have cards in your videos. I'm like, okay, I'll put cards in my video. Yeah, and who knows, someone might check it out. So yeah, I wasn't able to do that, and I wasn't able to turn on the monetization, which is kind of another useless thing for me. And the monetization thing is really confusing at the moment, because like it gives me the green icon when I first upload, and then a few hours later it goes orange, and then if I challenge it a few hours after that it goes green, even though I haven't passed. It said like if you get 1,000 subscribers in a certain time frame, they'll review it, and I don't get that many views, but for some reason they go back to being green. I think there's only maybe 1 or 2 that didn't go back to being green, and it doesn't seem to matter what I actually say in the video or write in the description. They just sort of go orange anyway. I can understand why proper YouTubers with big followings and who are actually trying to make their living off this, I can understand why they're upset with the monetization thing. But yeah, it was just, using that app was really annoying for putting all my usual settings in. And then when I was trying to edit things, because I couldn't edit them in the YouTube app, I went into my Chrome thing on the phone. I mean, this is when I woke up the next morning, and I was like, I wonder how that uploaded. Yeah, I went into Chrome and used the thing to say I want the desktop version of the website, and I started filling things in, and YouTube said, hey, why don't you get this Creator Studio app? And so I got the Creator Studio app, but it's no better. You can't even upload from it. It's just for looking at your statistics, and the statistics are really useless for me because you know, I'm not one of these big channels. And then you can see comments, I think, and I think there was one more thing, but yeah, the Creator Studio app's really not helpful. And I kind of generally don't like app versions of things. I think the Facebook app is okay. And they kind of do it right by making certain things available on the app first. Of course, all this stuff I'm talking about Android because mine's a Samsung, so I don't know if it's different on Apple, but you'd think that YouTube being owned by Google, that the Android version of the app would be decent, but it's not for creators anyway. Yeah, anyway, I'm just going to use the desktop one. Well, I'll try and upload this video through the desktop version on the Chrome thingy on the phone, and we'll see. If you're watching it in the morning Australia time, then I guess it worked. Otherwise, this might be a really delayed midnight musing. But yeah, I'm glad that I'm testing all this stuff now before I go to Japan. Because yeah, it's just annoying to have to deal with all this stuff, and it's a lot easier to fix things here while I still have access to my desktop PC. I don't have to try and sort it all out on my phone with the tiny screen. Yeah, apart from that, I think yesterday I watched some more Creator Academy stuff while I was procrastinating. Oh, sorry, that was my little thing falling off. I've got some like vague notes of stuff I wanted to talk about, just sort of up there. But yeah, anyway, so what was I saying? The Creator Academy. Oh yeah, I watched some more yesterday, and they're telling me stuff like I should be telling you guys to subscribe, which is a bit odd because I'm pretty sure most of you are like long-term subscribers. You guys have been following me for ages, but I suppose someone new could stumble on it. I don't know why they'd watch my Midnight Musings, but who knows? Subscribe is something I'm supposed to tell you. And yeah, I'm supposed to say that if you subscribe and if you click like and leave comments and stuff, apparently that helps the channels grow, and like the algorithm spreads it to more people. The algorithm stuff's kind of interesting, the way that they do it. Yeah, and you know, it has some effect on analytics. They're trying to teach me how to use all the analytics to figure out how to reach a wider audience, and I find it fascinating, but I'm probably not going to do most of it because I don't really care about that you know, more mainstream audience. But they are always saying you should just be yourself. Oh, and I watched some other creators who were giving advice, and like YouTube started suggesting advice videos to me, I guess because I've been watching the Creator Academy. So yeah, and people are like, you should just be true to yourself. And I have to admit, there are some things that I've not been talking about yet because I don't want to upset people, but hey, people are always going to be upset, aren't they? Yeah, so I'm supposed to ask people to like things and subscribe to things, and I don't know if it suits you. I mean, it's probably more useful than those little cards saying come check out my Patreon and so on. But I don't know, I don't really subscribe when people ask me to. I subscribe if I feel like it, so maybe it's more for people who aren't used to YouTube. Maybe it's for the newbies who don't realize that you can subscribe. I don't know. Oh, and the other thing I'm supposed to say is like click the bell dinger thing, but I find that one weird as well because I don't need notifications to keep up with my you know, the channels that I subscribe to. I'm kind of obsessive, so I always go and check, and if they have the little thing next to them saying how many videos they've just uploaded, I'll go through and check and go in and see the videos myself. I don't need a bell for it, but I guess if you wanted to turn on the bell, go for it. But yeah, I suppose most people aren't as obsessive as me. Something my psychiatrist was. Anyway, we're getting up to 10 minutes, so I guess I should really try and sleep after I've done all the things. Good night, everyone.